Hello, taxi. uh, okay, so we see where our bar is actually hitting around 12, so we're suffering a little bit of the low output. Okay, there's actually a way to fix this with OBS and a bunch of plugins. So let's see. Well, the difference is it's actually going up to 0, or not exactly peaking. My voice. Okay, let's get this clear. It's actually really piercing sometimes with this microphone. I have a Sennheiser PC360. So it's actually EQ'd, so I don't want to rip anybody's ears out when we're doing this. So to do this, right, you actually just gotta get some plugins, say Reaper plugin. So you go grab this real quick and then get some cables, get the VoiceMeter Banana, and you'll scroll down and download this. And then when you get it, you download it, you right click install as an administrator. The third program, it's actually Audacity. That's how I get this bar down here to measure, but this is actually not required. So what we do, right? I'm gonna turn this back off and then I'm gonna just re-edit in. So we have our microphone here. Go settings. So this is actually our microphone, Astro USB mix amp. That's actually my headset right now. So then we're gonna actually, once we install the VB cables, right, they're gonna be in here. It's all the way down here. So I'm gonna pick one of them. So we're gonna put the advance, and we're gonna loop this back out. So voice meter input, it's gonna say input. So it's gonna be like a VCR. I'm gonna put it back into here, and it's gonna be able to come back out to here. So then we're going to select this one as our default, our actual new default. And we're going to use this for the games and stuff. When we're in here, right, we want to make sure our stuff is actually, our system settings actually the same so that this tutorial thing goes smoothly. We hit properties, right? We want to make sure the custom, the auto gain control is on. This actually makes it tons easier to do. The levels actually are 100. In advanced settings, you gotta turn these things off. Because the settings that we put in here, right? If we're in like Discord or TeamSpeak, they have their own auto gain control. If those things are on, it'll mess up the levels really badly real fast. So we gotta make sure these are off. Okay. So then we have microphone, and then this is pointed back out. And then in the mixer part, we actually gotta put this. We gotta hit monitor and output. So that when the output comes out through the virtual audio cable, so other people, when we're playing in the game, can actually hear this. So we gotta go through filters. This is our microphone. We go through filters, and then we're gonna add these filters in. So I'm going to disable it for right now, and then I'm going to re-edit in. So here we go. Here comes the squeegee part again. The first one's the noise gate, right? So this one is just at plus, and then say noise gate. This one we do have to play around with for environment and our own speaking voice. So it's actually varies a little bit. But as default, this is going to be, so default is actually 32 and 26. But you actually just got to keep speaking. So, so we actually keep speaking and then just say hello, right? And then with the that sound, the first H sound, you're gonna put it up until there. So it actually picks up our pronunciation correctly. Because if we actually have it too high, our pronunciation words is actually, it's just going to keep opening and closing. But we actually have to make sure that this gets set up correctly, because if the keyboard is so loud, it might just keep on opening this channel and it'll pick up the keyboard sound, you know. So we do have to play around with this one. So when we do get this set up right, we actually do turn this back off for the next step. It's actually crucial we turn this back off. So then we actually add the filter. This is actually a noise filter. Instead of noise suppression first, we're gonna actually add this one. Is re-FIR. So go into the VST, right? So re-FIR. Now put 2. So we gotta find it. Re-FIR right here. There's an issue. If I forgot, we gotta mention, if we don't see these plugins, right? It could be that we're running 32-bit and not 64, because you gotta install Reaper 64. So install Reaper 64, because if our operation system is 64, we gotta go with 64. There's a bug or something. It's not working with the 32, so gotta make sure that works. Alright, and then so go FIR, right? And then so what we do, we hit the subtract. Hit the subtract, and then we're gonna, this is actually the noise here. We're gonna hit the auto build profile, and then we're gonna stay quiet for about 10 seconds, and then it's gonna build its own profile. This is actually re-edited because I messed up a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna stay quiet for a little bit, and then watch this thing build the noise floor. Yeah. So that's like computer humming noise or fans or whatever you have. It's gonna treat that off, so our audio comes in a lot clearer. The next step, this one's done. The next step is the limiter. So the reason why I name it like this is actually to find it again. So you go to the VST programs again, and then you go Reaper JS. This is loss limiter. LS and limiter. So Reaper JS right here, right? Open, and then it's loss. This is actually a lot. Loser? Master limiter. So this is actually what makes it up real quick. So when we turn down the threshold, it actually boosts up this, and it's actually like compressing it, but our output is actually a lot higher. So we can actually just turn it down really low. So when we whisper, it actually still comes out really loud. So you can actually save your voice and go, "Oh, oui, monsieur, oui, monsieur." You know, so it's actually come out loud and clear. Okay, and the noise suppression, I notice after these two what do you call it? These plugins, right? They actually add a little noise to the thing, so you actually add noise suppression. I just put it as 5 because it's a little robotic and it cleans it up nicely. So I'm gonna turn on this gate so that it actually works better, because this one's already preset correctly instead of like this one. It's actually not set. So this is how it works. Alright. I'm gonna include like how my voice sounds like without EQ and stuff, so yeah. Oh crap, you know what? Hold on one sec. So I noticed like when you're playing, right? Alright, in the game of Grand Theft Auto, the voices sometimes they come in not as clear. I hope you have Realtek audio or something. Sometimes in the EQ enhancement, right? You can actually go in here and hit the loudness equalization, and actually sometimes the voice actually enhances on its own with this little settings. You may or may not have it. This is my EQ thing. You can actually add EQ onto the plugins too if you wanted to, but yeah, just by the sake of tutorial, I took a shortcut doing this. So this is for Twitch, but this is my settings. So you go powerful, right? Hold on. Reduce your volume real quick, because this is going to come in kind of sharp. Alright, this is actually sharp, so it's really sharp, so So that's really sharp. So actually, I had to turn these things down. My voice is just really high, so you get the bass rumble, so it actually sounds a lot nicer. With the vocal settings, right? It's almost the same, but it sounds like you're kind of underwater or something. This is totally different. This is optional. Alright. I don't know. Let's go with the EQ and non-EQ one. Alright. This is with plugins, without EQ, and then this is without plugins, without EQ. Rip ears. Feels bad, man. I'm kidding.